be starting soon. I have to get stuff prepared. Let's get on with this. Just get on with just spamming the links so some people know I'm actually doing something. That's what I'm doing. If you wondered if anyone was here, probably no one is. Well, it's probably me talking to myself, but whatever. Right. Alright, let's get on with it, let's boot the game up, because we're not here just to stare at an Altered Beast background. We actually have to have games to play. Right. Let's get on with this. Wait, we got it full screen. That'll do, huh? Move this down a bit. I want to do some of this one for I'm gonna delete my high scores, won't I? It might sound weird, but miss settings. Oh, why is it miss settings anyway? I'm trying to remember, so I'm gonna look at something, won't I? Something, what was it? There were... Oh, that were it, wasn't it? Oh, the settings. Alright, let's get on with it. I've never played this guy before either, so I'm just going to be just beginners to get on with the game. Yes, play tutorial there. Yeah, that's obvious. I know how to do that bit. That bit's. We died in the tutorial, we get points for that. I I'm gonna try. Can you get a game over in the tutorial? I want to see if you can get a game over in the tutorial. Please. Wow, you actually can get a game over in the tutorial. Okay, that'll me just messing around then. There was no reason why you'd ever get a game over in the tutorial, but that was pretty amusing that you can even get a game over in the tutorial, but... It doesn't even count as points. Whatever. There were a mechanic, I can't remember. It was really that shield thing, wasn't it? Alright, we're on. Properly now. That was a very good start, was it? We've lost life already. Right. I have to get into the thing of it, don't I? So. What do we have to unlock in this game anyway? I can't remember. I have a few some characters to unlock, didn't I? No, we're not continuing, so yeah, the score's going to be horrendous, but we're not. I would only unlock some characters, that's what we're going to do. We've got a character to unlock. We forgot to unlock a character, that's what I was doing. Remember, right, there are a level I would pick you want. I just to grind on, wasn't I? What am I doing? There a practice mode, wasn't there? Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? I wanted to go to stage select and unlock the last character. Oh, never mind, we've got another character I didn't even know about. Flag you with those. I think with that level we're doing, won't it? We're just doing this to get some money up so we can unlock the final character. I'm evading it now, yeah. That's why I was resetting Star, because they were cheating, wanted to get all the unlocks. See, look how many unlocked. That's what we're doing last time we were playing this, so I'll probably get on with the game properly. We're just gonna faff around with this anyway. Might as well do. Only this is the practice and proper run, so. I know I'm picking this level now. Right. Yeah, that's why I'm picking this level, yeah. I just want to see what the final character unlocked is. I don't know why I didn't pick the one at 50,000 up. It's not the most expensive character in the game, but I don't know. It's me for you. How much money are you actually getting from this anyway? Let's have a look. Quite a bit. It's not going to take us that long, is it, to get to purchase that last character, is it? No. Not going to take us that long to get there, is it? Right. I picked the wrong level. Right. Idiot. Right. Yes, man. Well, I'm doing very well at this, am I? That's for sure, but whatever. We're getting the money up pretty quick still. That's what we're doing this for. Not there yet, there. I'm gonna get there. Goodbye. Oh yeah, water. The money gets really quick although it doesn't it? Ah, not there yet. So close. Right. Press wrong button again, didn't I? Yeah, we'll continue. So I'm getting enough money then. Hello, yep, we're here. Right, we're playing a game. I said the game about cats, so yeah, this is definitely a game with cats in it. Right. I'm doing terrible on purpose because I needed enough money to unlock the last character, so then we're going to play the game properly. Right. There, we unlocked everything. Now we can have a go at the game properly. So what's the final character we've got anyway? Yeah, that was the final character. It's is that a cat? I don't know. Yeah, it's got a tail. That's not a cat, that's a person. Get out of here. Right. No, I'm not going to play the tutorial, I'm not play the game. Right. I want to see what this character's like. Right. I lost a life already, that's not a very good start, is it? Right. You know what? I'm best as a default. So we check something out. Let's do something anyway. Video settings. Look, we can change the wallpaper. What should we change it to? We can change it to that. Whatever. We've got different drawing. We've drawn differently. Can we have that one? Because why not? Just to confuse everyone who joins the chat. Right, I'm going to try the game with a normal difficulty this time, which has got 7 stages, so, and it's a harder version of the game. We were playing it on the rubbish easy version. It's fun art. I'm not sure if it is fun art. I don't know why for some reason some of the pictures are drawn differently. It's weird, isn't it? Ah! Yeah, you definitely are already. We're gonna get an achievement for beating the game anyway, so we're gonna get to the end of it no matter how sucky we are at it, which will probably be very. It's not a game I've really practiced on to get good scores or anything, so. See, we've got limited continuous so we can die as many times as we want, so. Call this a very bad playthrough of a game, because it's not going to be a very professional one. see that much difference so far. Than it seems to be a bit faster on this difficulty. I think that's the difference. Yeah, it seems to be harder on this. Just seems to be, the game seems to just attack, be faster for it. Projectiles in this difficulty. I don't know why I'm playing it so safely. Well, limit continues, and I'm not playing it to like get a good score, am I? So I don't know why I'm bothered. It's an habit, right? See, we get pointless trophies doing this, and we could just die as many times as we want. I can see how hard the game actually gets in this difficulty, and see what extra levels like, because you can't play it on easy. Well, there's gonna be a sort of theme today, and it's cats in games with games where he plays cats like shoot things. Yeah, I find three different games I've got where he plays a cat which shoots things. Yep. Oh, this game's really fast, isn't it? I mean, projectiles spam it this thing. You're losing a lot of continues here. I don't think this big game with 1 credit anytime soon. I think I'll stick with easy first for even. Did answer what question? Well, like, it's hard to really reply to that many questions when you play something as crazy as this. I don't know if this is the best and cutest game ever made. I can't think of many furry-based space shooters out there, to be honest. Well, outside Star Fox, but yeah. Let's not ignore Star Fox because everyone knows what Star Fox is, so it's kind of a bit cheating that one, picking that one whatsoever. I guess the Mora, all the characters are furries in that. they're all very Japanese anime looking, but the furries. Not what you'd know because they're all in spaceships, and that game is just weird. I say furries, there's lizard men in that as well, and it's not just scalies as well. Still not sure what to think of that game. I think the game's kind of a bit of a mess. For a lot of people like it, I never understood why. Yeah, you dude and you motorbike. Yeah, I prefer this game on a lower difficulty setting, it's just more fun. I don't really like it on this difficulty setting, but we get trophies, we get achievements for it, that's why I'm playing it. So. And we can die as many times as we want, so... Which is good to do, because I'm not very good at this, am I? Whew, done. Right, next round. The coins actually do something, and if you hadn't unlocked unlimited continues, it costs more every time to continue, but since I've got unlimited continues on, that whole part thing's thrown out the window, so then we might struggle to actually change this if we didn't have that on. I was struggling on the lower difficulty setting, even when I had it on. It was the last stream I did it. It was the last proper stream I did. I had to play through this on it just once. But I wasn't really trying to level up and didn't really want to figure out how to play it properly or anything. And nice and easy. Well, if it's an arcade, it'd be very poor, wouldn't I? I'm pretty sure there's no arcade version of this game. I'm pretty sure it was made for PCs, designed on the PC, so... Precious cat girls. Alright, I don't know what he's on about, but whatever. Well. He's got a third form. He's not dead, right? There's plenty of games on Steam involving cats, just for them. Nothing on this stream that won't be allowed on you. Anything on this stream will be perfectly allowed on YouTube. There's not going to be any of those kind of games on it. Because, you know, they get it banned off YouTube. And go to this game's not going to have that kind of stuff in it. You've seen what you see in the screen is about as bad as it gets. Ah, Busby the Bobcat! No, I don't get why everyone's against Busby the Bobcat. The worst Busby game, really, in my opinion, is the Jaguar one. That was just like completely unplayable. Busby 3D is a mess, but at the same time, Busby 3D was made at an early time where people were getting used to 3D. The Jaguar Busby, yeah, they don't have any excuse for that being as bad as it was whatsoever. Also, anyone wants to make fun of the developers of Busby 3D, yeah, they made the PS4 game Days Gone. Yeah, that was by the people who made Busby 3D. Just think about that for a second. I think they got a bit better over time. Right. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I think Busby might be the most well-known cat character in the game. Well, unless you count Big the Cat as a well-beloved character. And somehow I don't think we're going to get a platform game we play Big the Cat anytime soon. I thought we were good enough to put in the LEGO Dimensions as well, which would be pretty amusing. Yeah, Blaze a cat in the game, so, you know, the only good Sonic character was a cat. He had you in it. Boo! Right. I don't know what happened. I do not know what actually really happened with Busby 3D as a game. Must have been. It has very weird controls, but I don't even. There's worse games out there than Busby 3D, though. Trust me. There's probably worse 3D platform games made around the time than it as well. I think the funniest thing about the European box of Busby 3D, the back of the cover has no text on it, it's just screenshots. Which is weird, right? I could put Busby on, you know, I've got the ROMs of it. The Megadrive ones. Phoenix Games. Yeah, Phoenix Games are pretty bad. Do you mean by the what? It's a shame it must be Phoenix Games. I don't mean the real Phoenix Games. They mean just the rubbishy movie ones. They're not the real Phoenix Games. They made actual games and they're even worse than those movie ones. Laser Kender. Nope, never heard of that game, but I've never really played much for Commodore 64. So... Commodore 64 was still getting games around that time though. I mean, those European console 8-bit PCs were getting games until like 91 and 92, it was insane. Those things completely destroyed the popularity of the Nintendo in Europe as well. It sounds so weird to me. Well, there's probably a lot of terrible Commodore 64 and Spectrum games because there's like over 10,000 games made for it. People still make games for those platforms to this day. So getting a full library of them games would be incredibly difficult. Especially when you think a lot of them might have only been available in one country, might have been like Spanish or like Russian or something only and all that. Nah, it's a little stupid on this thing, but you know. It's easy to get all your upgrades in the game. You just play this level and practice all over again until you can buy everything in the shop. So, if you want to play this game, that's how you can cheat. But It's not cheating because the game doesn't call it cheating, so... Well, that's not that crazy to think about. The Atari 2600's last game were about 1990, and that came out in 78 or 77. One of the last games to get released on that was Ghostbusters 2. Amusing enough a game my family used to own. Yeah, 1990 had got an Atari. There was an Atari game getting released in 1990 officially. The machine was well over a decade old then at the time. So yeah. Have you ever played any actual Phoenix games? Any real Phoenix games they've made? The ones that aren't the dingo picture ones everyone talks about. Like no one ever mentions the real games they make. I've done a video on Street Warrior. Wow, that game is terrible. Imagine if you played a game like Final Fight, but you can only fight one person at a time. Yeah, that's Street Warrior. I mean, it makes a fighting game, you can beat 'em up game, you can fight one person at a time. I think it's, well, the reason why it probably would do it longer lasting is because in European countries, machines usually last longer than in America for some reason. America's the first country in the world just to ditch a machine to it for a new one. Well, Europe's like the last. Sometimes Japan, if the machine's popular in Japan. I mean, look, there was still Super Nintendos being made in like 1998 in Japan. Still Wii games being made. Well, only one Wii game being made anymore, and that's called Just Dance. But... so, what does that say? There's still Wii games. Just think about that for in a logical second. There's Wii game. There's still games being made. The Wii has outlived the Wii U, and he's still getting games. The successor to it. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing about Phoenix games. Not all their games are absolutely terrible. Sometimes they published a bunch of Japanese games outside Japan, and they're not bad games, most of them. Most of them are decent. No one's going to think Sonic Wings as a Phoenix game, no other. So, exactly, even Phoenix games have published good games. They also published an Atlas game, believe it or not. There's an Atlas game by Phoenix Games. Because there was a racing game that was developed by Atlas in Japan, published by Atlas in Japan, but Phoenix picked it up outside Japan. So yeah, there's a Phoenix game out there with Atlas's logo on it. Just yeah. The thing is with PS2 though, they were making games for it till about at least 2000 and 2009. I think, I could be wrong about that. I think one of the last PS2 games I got, most recent day on it was, I think Naruto Ninja Storm Shippuden 5, which was never released in the US whatsoever. It was the final one CyberConnect made for the PS2, and the final part of that final game in that series. So it went to the 3D one we have now, which played more like Smash Brothers. When it comes to most consoles, you usually stop getting games about 2 years after the successor comes out, roughly. Of course, I'm known, yeah, there's stuff that don't work like that, but that's usually the case. Usually after 2 years, companies stop making stuff for them after the new one's out, but before then, no, usually not.
might have done. I don't know what game the company that is, but I think that game does have a European release. It might be by Midas Interactive. Because quite a lot of those weird budget PS2 games in Europe was published by Midas or Phoenix Games. And Midas have published some games that aren't complete crap as well, so they're known for being terrible as well. Nearly all their best games are games they basically just publish and they're not really to do with the development of them. So. Just because it was an American shovelware doesn't mean it didn't get released in Europe. It might have been released in Europe under a different name, or... I know there's some really weird ones, like there's a game on the PS1 called Starfall. It's called like Starfall. It's like a Breakout clone. And there's an American, and there's also an American-made PS2 re-release of it, which changes all the background sprites to like Harry Potter knockoffs. It's just like a reskin of this Japanese game called Prism Land, which, hilariously, Prism Land had an American version to begin with. So yeah, you can get two versions of the same game with different graphics by the same publisher. I think they're by XS Games actually. I think Midas in Europe. But Midas was still doing that stuff on the PS2. Right, stage 6. I've never seen this stage before. How stupid and ridiculous is this stage going to be? Because this is a level you only play on this difficulty. Oh, it's just a boss fight. Well, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I thought the secret level would be something interesting. Yeah. Not whatever this thing is, yeah. Yeah, they're exact. Sorcerer's Land and Prison Maze, to my knowledge, are the exact same game. For some bizarre reason, someone got Prison Land and reskinned it to a wizard game. I have no clue why they did that. It's one of these weird things I just don't get why someone did it. But. It's a beaver with a laser gun, right?
Please continue.
It's not the only reskin on the PS1 of another game though, so it's a weird thing. I mean, you think it wouldn't happen very often, but it happened fairly often in that era. These budget companies reskinning random games for no reason. Oh no, it's turned into you're already dead! Oh no, it's turned into Kenshiro, what? Ah! Lion Kenshiro! Ah.
Please continue.
Yeah, the chance of beating this is like 0. Look at the speed of this thing, right? Oh, it's just a different thing.
Please continue.
at this! Yeah, good luck beating this without unlimited credits.
Please continue.
Well, I can see a specific reason why not a single version of Jeopardy has been released outside America. So let's just the ending run. I'll finish off from say this end. Well, the reason why Jeopardy would have never had any games outside of America is because Jeopardy as a show only airs in America. It'd be a bit weird releasing a game based off a quiz show that never gets released in that region in another region. I mean, having a Japanese game show and releasing it in Africa wouldn't make much sense, would it? Think about it. There's also the fact that it'd be very hard for a non-American person to play a Jeopardy game without a lot of the questions being changed, because a lot of them are about American history. And if you don't live in America, you're not gonna know about American history, so the game would be very hard for you. It reminds me of that game South Park, Chef's Love Shack. If you wanted to make the game literally impossible for yourself, you just picked all the questions about the 1991 Denver Broncos, because unless you're American, you'd never know any answer. UK never had Jeopardy ever, so... it's not that weird. You know what's even stranger is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I mean, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is a UK original show, created originally in the UK. So we've got the UK version of it, and we've got multiple regional versions of it, obviously, when it comes gaming wise. But what got interesting is when they made the PS2 version of the game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, they had the UK presenter in it as a character model. Which doesn't sound that weird, I know, but the thing that really confused me about the whole Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing is the Xbox 360 / PS3 version of it, because there's two versions of the same game, but they're not the same game. So there was a download version by Deep Silver for Europe of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but America instead gets an Xbox 360 avatar based one that you need Kinect to play, which was only released in Japan, only released in America, despite the fact Ubisoft is a French company that released it in America. Weird, isn't it? You know what? We're gonna have a proper serious go at the game now. Let's have a serious go at the game. We'll put it back on easy because it was too hard. and it was more fun on that difficulty, so... Maybe arcade difficulty. We have to arcade games not that hard. I don't know what he's talking about their game. Well, that wasn't as fun in my opinion. What some of the quiz games made on the Super Nintendo, made by Rare as well, which is also a UK company, which will never obviously have been released in the UK as well. So Look at what look at what, after all that madness we just went for, look how tame this is. I can see what I'm doing, right? TV shows are weird like that. Some regions get versions of TV shows and don't. It's odd. I mean, all those Nickelodeon, everyone when Americans think Nickelodeon in the 80s has been called these game shows. Well, that was never a thing in Nickelodeon in the UK, but we got them game shows. But there was never on Nickelodeon, even though Nickelodeon as a channel existed. So Double Dare, Finders Keepers, yes, they was TV shows in the UK, but they was never ever on Nickelodeon. Strangely enough, Finders Keepers said it was based off a Nickelodeon program at the end of all the credits, which is a bit weird. And when it gets stranger is about Finders Keepers is the UK version lasted years more than the American original did, so yeah, go figure. I'm guessing if you go on YouTube you can probably find some clips of you can probably find episodes of Finders Keepers, the UK version. Because it lasted quite a long time for a show like that. But then you get other shows that like The Office. The Office was a UK comedy show. I always thought it was rubbish, but the UK version, the US version, is like about 5 times longer than the UK version of the show. It lasted way longer than the UK version. So it happens the other way around as well. We did a level. Quiz Grand Prix. Well, I wasn't surprised that a program has a different names in different regions. That's incredibly common. Family Fort. I mean, you've got a program over there called Family Feud. Now in the UK, it's called Family Fortunes. It's the same show, it's just got a different name. So. But yeah, we've got Wheel of Fortune over here, and that's still called Wheel of Fortune, so sometimes the names don't change. Interesting enough, I don't think there's any. I can't think of any actual American, Wheel of English, European or English Wheel of Fortune games. They're all American as well, even though it has a UK English version and non-outside American versions. Well, I don't remember. I'm from the UK and I don't remember Jeopardy. It could not have been very popular. It could have been on UK TV, but not as popular. Should we try Boss Rush Road? Let's just have a faff around in it. I'm not doing very well at this, am I? I'm dying an easy boss, right? I think I've just lost my.
Continue.
Wait, continue to attack the boss mode. Weird. It could be possible that it doesn't even exist. Anyone can edit Wikipedia and type any old rubbish in. It could be made up. Just saying. It has a... The thing is about UK TV is, yeah, it could be completely lost, but someone could add it on a videotape somewhere and just upload it somewhere in the next 5 minutes. That's just how it is. Right, I'm gonna go to a different game anyway. Yeah. Enough of that. Right. Next game. Next game. And yeah, this also involves This also involves cats and shooting things, since that's the kind of the theme for today. I haven't tested if this one works on OBS, but I think it does. So hopefully, I'm not being useless and it actually works. It could be a made-up legend by Americans. I know it sounds weird to think that could be the case, but way it works. Right, it's a bit loud, so I'm gonna have to lower the volume down a bit. At my end. Now we've got Aqua Kitty. Right. When the milk ran dry, cats were dry, desperately sought out for a new source. That deal. That was milk. Oh. No, it's not free. The milk must flow. Aqua Kitty, Milk Mine Defender. So yeah, it's just a cat game. You're a cat. Right. I'll just put it on normal. Ahoy kitty, let's keep milk flow. Defend miners from jelly grab. Destroy all robo fishes, right? Ah, it's like Defender. How do we change? Oh, I'm not saying change direction. It's like Defender, but instead of Auto Fancy Zone, if you want to be. Ah, crap, got hit. That's not good. Character sprites. Yeah, this is like Defender. Right, get up, hey, my cat. Right. It's a little bit easy, a little bit less frantic than the previous game so far, isn't it? Right. I can just stop doing for one thing. I'm gonna put this in a stream about killer robot fish as well, couldn't I? A fish stream. I should do a stream once about games starring pigs. How many games are you starring pigs? Yeah, but does the page have any information on it? No. It's easy to have information, but it don't automatically mean information. Oh, explosion! Bloody bombfish. Nah. Well, Wikipedia. I remember years ago there was a program I really like called Round the Bend, and Wikipedia used to have no information on that whatsoever. It does these days, but it never used to. There used to be zero information on the internet about that entire show. There was one tiny fan page which had zero screenshots of the show, and it was just like vague information. And bizarrely enough, the second ending theme, which was a bit odd that it was out there, but. Quite some time I uploaded a video of it to YouTube of the episodes in really rubbish, in a really old video grabber, which wasn't that best of the quality. I was the only person on the internet to have footage of that entire show. Unfortunately, my footage was not perfect because it had scenes cut out of it because someone had hit record on the tape. So there was random bits of like news Justin clips of it about which someone would hit accidentally record in the middle of the recording because it hadn't had the tab took out, so you cannot record it. Sky One. Well, that explains why I've never watched it then. Sky One. Yeah. Sky One are not known for quiz games. If anyone I thought would be playing Jeopardy, it would be a channel called Challenge, because Challenge is basically a UK TV channel which focuses on quiz shows. It's the quiz show channel, and it plays reruns of a lot of the 80s ones. If you find a lot of quiz shows on YouTube and all that, and you have a logo saying Challenge in the top corner of them, they're all reruns that I've aired on there. They're like rerunning old episodes, old quiz shows from to now to the 80s ones. So he also swear Takeshi's Castle, which won't call Takeshi's Castle in America, but it were over here. I can't remember what it was called in America, but you know, that weird, it was a Japanese game show about people in an obstacle course, and Americans shamefully ripped it off and called it Total Wipeout, took all the interestingness out of it. Challenge does have new programs made for it sometimes. It's not just all reruns on that channel, but yeah, it's known as a rerun quiz channel pretty much. Am I doing some... Wait, I'm not saved. I ain't saved all of... It says save fish. What? Have I not saved these cats? Is there another cat in the level somewhere I have to pick up somewhere? I'm just gonna check around. He is. Well, I'm doing that kind of bad one. I didn't realise there were multiple cats in the stage. It's like, I guess I replay them and try rescuing all the cats. It's not very hard, so. Alright, there you go. Paul Ross, Jonathan Ross's brother. He's done a lot of weird quiz shows, he has. You want to look at... Oh dear. Actually, what am I doing now? We've done this level. Put the milk! I'm just going to play through the levels, I'm not going to bother. Yeah, Paul Ross is Jonathan Ross's brother. Jonathan Ross is incredibly well-known TV host over here. He also really likes anime, by the way. He's a complete... Yeah, he's anime. Yeah, that guy is. You wouldn't know it on his TV shows, but he sneaks in references to anime and stuff sometimes in his stuff. Look, you can find a program on YouTube where he visits Japan and talks like artists and like talks about cosplay and Japanese culture if you really want to. I think it's called Japarama. Probably able to find it on YouTube if you look for it. I don't think it'd be blocked anywhere. But yeah, Paul Ross. I remember he did a TV show. They made an American version of an English version of a Japanese show called Endurance, where they like did really weird stuff like eat like gross food and all. This was before all things like Survivor and all that. And yeah, it's called Endurance UK. Look it up if you want. It's a lot of people would say it's kind of a bit, well, yeah, these days, because they literally had two actual Japanese people in it, and they was calling themselves Mr. Hawkey and Mr. Koki. Yeah, and they was doing those silly like fake Japanese voices. You know those voices everyone goes like, I'm Japanese and all. Even though they were Japanese, doing these weird Japanese stereotype voices, it was weird. This is a bucket of brown. No, it's a bucket of poo. Yeah, it was. I don't know why I remember that. It had a stupid theme song. Maybe I'll find the theme song online of it. I don't really find any episodes, but it's... I wouldn't know what Paul Ross was. I don't really see Paul Ross on TV much anymore, to be honest, but... It's hard to tell. There's so many strange people that have done quiz shows over here. No. There's plenty of interesting people that have done quiz shows over here. I mean, you know who currently does the quiz show in the UK? Warwick Davis. Do you know who that is? You probably do know who Warwick Davis is, but you might not know his name. But it was the main Ewok in Star Wars, and lots of the goblins in Harry Potter. Yeah, he's doing a quiz at the moment. Called Tenable. Oh, he also played a leprechaun in a film. You know, a good leprechaun and an evil leprechaun in another film series. It's kind of amusing. Not Warren Davis, Warwick Davis. I'm sure if you saw a picture of him, you'd probably recognise him from something. Well, quiz shows have always been part of UK TV. They've never been a dead thing, that's for sure. It's interesting, most of ours, quite a lot of quiz shows that a lot of places play or are obsessed with all originate from here as well. The absolutely boring Deal or No Deal originates from the UK as well. I really don't like that game though, it's rubbish. Because it's not a quiz, there's no questions in it, it's just... I don't like Deal or No Deal because I don't think it's not a quiz show. It's just opening boxes and it's just a complete waste of time. Oh, you're not meant to shoot whatever those things are. I guess not. Is this all the levels in the game? I'm not seeing that many levels in this game, does there? Why am I trying to aim accurately on a game like this? You don't need to, do you? Oh. Ah, we lost a cat, man. Well, we failed at that one, didn't we? Right, so let's try it again. Yeah, well, the thing is, there's lots of UK quiz shows get remade, and then when the remakes never really go anywhere, because most people don't like the remakes of them. It's weird. Blockbusters, that's one that got remade. It's been remade a few times, and no one likes the remakes of that. Blockbuster. I'll have a pee, please, Bob. There's your Blockbuster joke. Right. Forkies did not ruin anime. That's the silliest thing to say in the world. I mean, seriously, that is so silly. It's just a silly thing to say. Forkids was just doing what other companies was doing at the same time. Don't blame 4Kids for all the weird changes they did. lots of television companies in America have weird requirements for TV shows at certain times of the day, so they were just following those lines. They just went a bit overkill sometimes. They're not the only company in the world that was editing stuff like crazy. That was not new. It's always been a thing. And trust me, lots of other companies did worse edits than 4Kids. Well, UK Jeopardy fans probably do exist. There are probably people that watch American ones or clips online and stuff. I'm sure they exist. I mean, these days we can find ways to watch game shows from different countries easier than we could years ago. When before the internet, you didn't have a clue what other places in the world were playing. You might, if you're lucky, see a clip on a TV program making fun of it or something, but that's all you'd see. Like the program Tarrant on TV, which is hosted by Chris Tarrant, who was the UK original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the UK, ironically enough. Yeah, I don't. Where we just found random clips of just silly things off internet, silly things off worldwide TV. Oh no, that fish. Yeah, we died. So you can't. I don't think the thing about the Sailor Moon dub is that if you lived in the UK, we only got like the first 2 saves of it. So when it got really weird and started all the cousin stuff, we never got that far. So. Also, if other companies had picked it up at the same time, it would have been just as bad. So I wouldn't blame. You can't blame them just on that. I mean. It was a different time period then, to be honest, when it comes to TV. There were never like real standards anyway, what gets cut out of stuff and other things. Everyone had different standards even then, so it was just so awkward. People would have less of a problem with it if they made them cut. If at the time that most companies didn't think about making TV versions and uncut versions, and that what led to the big problem. I mean, if 4Kids made a version of One Piece that didn't have any changes, I think less people would hate it. Also, their version of Voice of Sanji's better than Funimation's crappy one anyway. So yeah. If you ask me, anyway. The only reason 4Kids dubbed One Piece in the first place is because the animation studio that made it wanted them to dub it. So it's hard to really blame all of it on 4Kids when it was the animation studio that created it who picked them to dub it in the first place. So yeah. And there were some shows that did less wonky dub jobs with than other ones, so. Yeah, well, I think the thing is with most of those dubs back in the 90s is, I don't think most people knew the content of the show before they picked it up. They just saw the episode and goes, oh, this looks like it'd be suitable for kids, and then they realised, oh yeah, this is a bit. Yeah. That's what I think. I could be wrong about that, but that seems to happen quite a lot. I mean, you can't get more embarrassing than the 80s ones like Gatchaman or the original English version called Battle of the Planets, where it showed building get blown up, but they just put narrator around going, no one was injured and everyone teleported away every time. Or they animated this specific robot character in the show. I don't think Sailor Moon got banned. I don't think any Japanese companies bothered about what they did to Sailor Moon. It was Tokyo Mew Mew they got bothered with. The Japanese creators saw what 4Kids did to that and refused to give them the second half of the series. So it just ends on a weird, nonsensical cliffhanger. And it's probably unlikely no one ever will want to dub the thing again, make another English dub of it, so it's just kind of. most of these censorship-heavy companies are all Americans. It's not the European companies that have a problem. The European ones seem to be less funny about this stuff than American people. They'd let stuff get away with way more. We died of that. Well, trust me, Sailor Moon's a mess. Sailor Moon's version we got in English wasn't the best in the world, but it sounds an awful lot better than what Saban's plan was. Let's make a live-action one where Sailor Mercury's in a wheelchair for some reason. Oh yeah, and she's got a giant flying spaceship. Because you remember that in Sailor Moon when the characters had spaceships? Because yeah, I don't. But that wasn't what Saban wanted to do with Sailor Moon, so yeah. That's better. That's better. Trust me, the version we got was more faithful than that. It's because companies like Germany have less censorship rules when it comes to animation. They're not as picky as Americans. When it comes to, oh, you can't show this, they're not. Well, I don't know, maybe Germany's. Probably Germany's a funny one, depends on the programme, but. Well, the thing is though, with the actual footage of it's never actually been. Most of the footage of that pilot's never been surfaced. You only know about it existing because people found film cells of it. These weird-looking American characters in Sailor Moon outfits. Well, it wasn't the only one in the world. It wasn't the only one in the world. Yeah, the thing is though, quite some of them was censored because quite a lot of German dubs and stuff like Pokemon and all that. There was a censor just the 4Kids version, just dubbed into English, dubbed into German. So there was German ones that was no different than the American ones because it was all done by the same company. So that's not necessarily always the case. There was no difference like watching a German episode of Pokemon, Pokemon than the UK version or an English version. The exact same stuff would have been the same. Maybe some lines would might sound a bit different, but that's just due to it's translated more than the actual anything else. You get upgrades in this game. What can you do here? You probably have put one in, just do that for. Look, if you lived in the UK, Ninja Turtles could not be ninjas, so yeah. until the 2003 version, so yeah. Before that was always called Heroes. And it's not the only European company that got it. Germany got the same censorship in the world. I mean, their version I think is just called Mutant Turtles. It removes the ninja from it. And their version of the actual first live action movie, it puts cartoony sound effects over all the fighting, and it's only in that version. Well, look at places like Italy. You know what people class as popular kids programs in Italy and Japan? In the 80s, Fist of the North Star was probably a kids program. Just Fist of the North Star. I don't think most European cartoons are actually censored, because most European cartoons are designed to begin with to not be censored to begin with. What I can think of, which is kind of amusing situation of that, is Oggy and the Cockroaches. There was an episode in a brief shot you can see a crudely drawn picture of a topless woman. And it got and one American network pulled this episode off the air like about 10 years after it first aired because someone complained about it. So that sums up how little it must have been noticed by people back then. And Oggy and the Cockroaches don't have any dialogue, any voice dialogue in it, so it's just like Tom and Jerry pretty much. So pretty easy to dub into English. Right. Free Friends and Jerry is weird. I think what they was trying to go for that program is they was trying to go for like a kid version of South Park. There's also the fact that, you know, the person who made Free Friends and Jerry, he made a music video for the band Radiohead, and that is a really quite pervy and bizarrely violent and weird music video. I think it's called Paranoid Android. If you look at Radiohead songs, you might find this video, and it just looks like the art style of Free Friends and Jerry. I think it was released before that show as well, so... that was just Ghibli though. Other companies don't want... Other companies are fine with people cutting the stuff down to pieces. Also, it's not also technically a Ghibli film was cut down into pieces in America. Only one, and that was Nausicaa, but they renamed it Warriors of the Wind to give it this utterly weird cover that makes it look like Star Wars. In the early 80s. So there was an actual weird edited down version of one of their films. So only once, but it happened. Warriors of the Wind, the thing is about Warriors of the Wind, that was in the 80s, so it must have took Japan quite a while to figure out that happened to that film to begin with, which would not surprise me because it was quite common back then. But a lot of the American version stuff, the original creators didn't get mentioning. It's like the 80s toy line Muscle, which was based off Kinnikuman Man. The creator of Kinnikuman Man knew nothing about this American version until someone like an internet told him about it. In about 2010, he knew nothing about this American version of his series existed, and everyone American and outside Japan were calling it Muscle because they never gave him told him about these European releases of it whatsoever. At all. Just was not told. Yeah. It's happened before that, that's all I'm saying. It's weird why these things happen, but they just do. And they just keep happening as well. Right. But yeah, there are probably a lot of TV shows that have weird versions that most people don't know about existing. Just because it happened back then. Companies just bought stuff and they didn't care. They didn't really talk to the original creators of it, or even know much about it. I don't know what Kid Paddy is, but lots of things probably have English dubs like you might not that are just so rare and they've never aired barely any channels and they're just forgotten and completely lost. And I can't find footage of it anywhere, but there's this weird anime. It was called Strange Dawn. You can find. It had like this weird, like cutesy art style, but it was not an anime made for kids. But it had a dub designed for kids that aired on UK TV once. This weird English dub you can find nowhere of existence. Most people in Japan don't remember this show, so why did it get an English dub? To begin with, it's weird. The thing is, though, they might not be lost to time. Somebody might have the tapes or the recordings of them somewhere, just hidden somewhere in a vault or something. Who knows where they are? There's an entire dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, which there was two dubs of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. The version we got was a second dub. The original one was never released for some reason, and it was supposed to be more accurate to the Japanese script, and it had Johnny Yong Botch in it, but it was never released, so... But they dubbed loads of episodes of it. There's an entire Star Wars TV animated show, which is like 30 episodes, and that exists, and Disney refused to release it. It's called Star Wars Detours. The weirdest thing about this is that you can find video footage of it online because they actually advertised it online. Then Disney bought Star Wars and they just cancelled it for some reason as a show, even though they were all completed. So weird. They've got a show that's pretty much completed and which you can then find any episodes of. So. Get out of the way, get away. Yeah, the thing about the Mutant League one, was an actual series made, or was it literally just a few episodes just thrown on a video and they call it a movie? That's sometimes happened. Sometimes there's misinformation about shows that exist but don't actually exist. It's like the second Atlantis movie Disney made that was not technically a movie. It was just literally just a few episodes that they finished of an Atlantis TV show they cancelled and they just cobbled it together and called it a movie. Yeah, who knows how many weird dubs there are in the world. There's probably a lot of weird dubs. Stuff he would never think. Look, there's a weird British sounding dub of Yatsura, which is like, why does this exist? It's supposed to be it aired on the BBC of all places, you know, a channel that never airs Japanese shows. But I don't know, why would that be made? Seemed like someone had fit the channel. Oh, he's definitely never been put on the channel these days. As BBC for even a channel anymore. It's just a digital thing, which is kind of lame, but. thing is though, is it actually got 40 episodes? Because does anyone have any recollection or any memories on any forums or anything saying what actually happened in these scenes which are not on this video? Because it could not. It might be just a fabrication of someone's head, and there might not. It might even be these episodes might not exist. I don't understand how they can make a 40 episode show on Mutant League Football. I mean, the game didn't have a story as such. It seems like a bit hard for them to make a 40 episode series on a thing like that when it never really had a story, to be honest. I mean, the only Mutant League Football thing I can think of is the UK Sonic the Comic had literally a comic strip based on Mutant League Football in it. That was obviously made by UK people. Is this what people are getting mixed up with this TV show episodes? I remember the comic were pretty dumb, and one of the stories were about a coach's head fell off and they were trying to pick it up. I think this might be just a TV show that someone's just... it might be just a video special that people are thinking is actually more to it than it actually is. Could be wrong, but... it just sounds a bit suspicious that... no one talks about Fleetway. Yeah, because Sonic the Comic technically is by a company called Fleetway. Look at the covers of Sonic the Comic, and Mutant League Football has a story in Sonic the Comic. They made an entire comic strip story on Mutant League Football. Despite the fact it was based off a UK comic, which is kind of a bit odd that they picked a story about American football. The comic was never probably released in America. You'll be able to easily find it online if you find scans of Sonic the Comic. Unfortunately, only is that one episode, and it's just a pilot, and there was just some extra footage that they found, extra footage that they have laying around just to finish it off. They cancelled the series, and whatever footage they'd left was just shoved on a VHS and called a movie. That sounds like something that could possibly happen, because I've seen things that happened before like that. There's probably entire series that are lost to time, which people don't know about it, and there's some, or just people just don't be cared to record them when they got released on TV. I mean, there's also the fact you gotta remember when all these programs you're talking about, most of them never had complete videos. Companies then never really released entire shows on box sets outside live action stuff. So animated stuff would just like throw a few episodes on a disc and that's all you get. So yeah, I think, what is it? I'm trying to think. There's absolutely loads of television series, even modern ones like Cartoon Network. They never release all their entire shows on DVD. They release like the first series and then they'll just give up. I mean, you can't get a complete DVD box set of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. You could probably only get like the first like series of it, and then they'll just probably just give up. And in the VHS days, and even you got 3 episodes on a tape, and that or it. They weren't even well put together episodes sometimes. I mean, I'm not joking. I had a My Little Pony tape, and it ends an episode, a 2-part episode, and only includes the first part of the episode. It doesn't tell you at the end of the tape saying buy this other tape to get the second half of the story. Not that you'd have known, because it wouldn't say on the back of the tape what episodes, it just said the name of the episodes. It didn't say the episode number, so you wouldn't have a clue which one came first or what. So it could be so it probably highly likely with that My Little Pony video VHS tape they had of the original 80s one, they never released a second episode of it. It never got released on VHS. You just saw it on TV when it aired live, probably once if you were lucky, and that was the only time you got to see it. I don't think that's wasn't that just fan rips though? I mean, it's never got an official DVD release, and the thing is though, don't Mattel and Mighty Max, they never released DVDs of any TV shows, so I don't think you're going to be getting another TV show DVD release of Mighty Max. There's also the fact a lot of these companies don't think they'll make enough money off these DVD box sets. That's when you get episodes. That's when you get random animated shows. They just put random episodes on a disc instead of a full series. They don't think people want entire series of animated shows. They just think just random episodes. Which is why some episodes are really well remembered. Some episodes are just completely lost and forgotten by people. It possibly could be. I mean, there's loads of things like that. There's loads of like TV shows that never get full DVD box sets, and animated shows are infamous for never getting complete series. The Inhumanoid is a weird one because the US DVD is missing like 2 episodes, but the UK DVD has all the episodes of it. So why is the US one missing episodes when the UK, but the UK version of the same thing, it's all on one disc? It's not. It's just like, what's that all about? Mighty Mouse, yeah, Mighty Mouse was designed for a toy line because I own all the toy line. The thing about Mighty Mouse that people find really weird about it is that the cartoon came out into the 2nd year of the toy line. There was no cartoon the 1st year it came out. So a lot of the episodes are based off the 1st year's toys and the 2nd year's toys. Yes, Mighty Mouse was popular in the UK. There was lots of Mighty Mouse stuff in the UK for about 3 years, and then the series ended. Obviously, there was a TV show. Weirdly enough, I don't remember TV advertising for Mighty Max, but Envy Shop be going with some Mighty Max. There was Mighty Max sticker books and other things as well. Definitely, people who live in the UK, people definitely remember Mighty Max. It's probably lesser known outside the UK. And Europe got all the toys as well, but they had weirdly different names for the toys in Europe. Not Mighty Max itself, but the toys had different names. Weird. It's like one of them was called Meltdown, but in Europe it was called Melty. They had really terrible names in the European versions of them. But outside some of the toys having different names, all the toys were the exact same toys. Yeah. You notice most people of later sets of Mighty Maxes are from the UK on Europe because they're more common in the UK and Europe than America because they're made by UK toy company originally. It's the same with Monster in Your Pocket. That's another one as well. UK toy created company. That was created for the UK. The weirdest thing about that is though, it has a cartoon. It's just a one-off cartoon, but I don't think that cartoon was ever aired in the UK ever. Also, it looks visually nothing like the toys. It's just like, why is this called Monster in My Pocket? Yeah, it's about little monsters, but the characters, none of them look anything like the toys in the actual the one-off, like pilot cartoon they made. And there was going to be a second Monster in Your Pocket cartoon called The Quest. Now, no video footage of The Quest has ever shown up. We've just seen a few CGI character renders because it's going to be a computer-generated program. And it's going to be done by Mainframe, the company that made Reboot. But nothing's ever been shown of. Never seen any footage of this show ever. No one's ever seen footage of it. I mean, one of the people who designed some of the Monster in Your Pocket toys had some concept art for it of 2D characters. Unfortunately, his website doesn't work anymore. well, it's wet. One of the images loaded up anymore for some reason, maybe because it's old or something. I don't know. And that was the only picture that had any information on that. You forgot one thing. It was made to sell toys. Most toy lines barely last a few. Most toy lines only last. Most toy lines don't last very long. Most toy lines only last a few years if lucky. Usually by the second year they start adding extra gimmicks like now we've got neon colours and now we've got hats on them and all. You forgot kids grow up. If a kid grows up at 10 by the time they're 12, they probably think they're too old for that toy line and won't be buying it. So there's that kind of thing going on as well with toy lines. That's what happened with Ben 10. It's like why Ben 10 had such a weird tone. It's like it started off being about his 10-year-old, and then it turned his boring teenager. But then Ben started acting more childish again, even though he was still a teenager in later series, because the people watching the show at the time was older, and they was too old to buy Ben 10. They thought it was too old to buy the Ben 10 toys it was trying to sell. So they tried to make Ben more childish again, and then we got to Omniverse, and then put two Bens in just to try pleasing both fans. And yeah. To be honest, I think Ben 10, the only original Ben 10 is good. The original Ben 10 is good, but basically after the first movie, I mean by the first animated movie, then it gets good. It gets downhill. I suppose you can count the CGI and CGI movie that I made, because there was a CGI animated one that was based off the original Ben 10. Though confusing enough, released years after the, even though they were in Alien Force by that time, and the older Ben. That and counting out for some bizarre reason, thought of spending a small fortune on a terrible looking live action film was more important than an animated one for an animated TV series. I mean, I'll never understand why they did that. I just thought the live action Ben 10 film was rubbish. I don't know what they were thinking there. No. I don't know what they were thinking, but they must have been thinking something. Just because something, there's lots of things that people think have been lost forever, then they just show up. So no. I remember years ago there were a Mr. Potato Head cartoon and people said that was completely lost, and then someone on Google search literally went through two Google search pages. Oh look, there's the entire episode uploaded to some obscure website. Apparently this show was lost to time, even though it was only a few Google pages away, so yeah. There's a show I'd love to rewatch again and know more information out, called Teletoon. That's not the full name though, it's called like Teletoon, a history of cartoons or something. It's got a really weird name. The problem is, it's impossible to actually search for this show called Teletoon, because if you try typing Teletoon in, all you get is that television network Teletoon and programs they made. This has nothing to do with that network, because this was a French program. I did English dub. And yeah, I've recovered it. I've uploaded an episode, the only episode I have of the thing, but there was another episode I remember, and I cannot find it anywhere on the internet. The only information I can find on it is someone else posting on a comment in a video saying, remember this had 6 episodes, but even though I've only ever seen any history, I would recommend another one, so who knows? Weird. Really obscure, yeah. I mean, you'll never find it. It's not. It's a weird one, cause yeah, it's a cartoon, but it's not. It's kind of a documentary show, so about history of cartoons, hosted by a cartoon character. I mean, the episode I cannot find of it anywhere had Hayao Miyazaki on it, and this must have been early 90s because they were talking about Totoro and Grave of the Fireflies in it. They didn't show any clip of Grave of the Fireflies, but they showed some clips of Totoro in it. And it was an actual interview with him. It was one of those interviews where they dubbed him over with like a weird English-speaking voice over his Japanese, what he actually was saying. Because, you know, some shows do that. It's still a thing to do to this day with people in different countries in shows. They just dub an English voice over what they're actually saying. But you can still hear the voice over it, it's weird. But it's a common thing. But the episode, I never had a full VHS recording of it because the VHS ran out here when I was recording it. When it aired, it never aired again, and I lost the tape. So the episode, I only got memories of it, and someone else remembers the episode. So it's not just me who remembers this thing. So. Well, by that description, it could be anything. Good luck finding that program with that description, because, well, that's what you call an obscure description there. That could be any old thing, that. I mean, you know, it might not even be a TV show, it could be just an animated short or a short movie or something. I mean, if you didn't have a TV guide back then, there was no like guide on the TV telling you what actually were on. You just flip through channels and you could just see what's weirdest of things. I mean, if you didn't have a TV, but you'd have no clue what were on. Because not everything were advertised that were coming on. I mean, old Warner Brother cartoons and Looney Tunes and all that, they was really common on as like filler programs. The thing is, though, the stuff even from that period, which is lost, which is crazy to think, because most people have video recorders and all them, but even then it's lost. No one knows what you're supposed to. It's a mystery what happens with some of these kind of shows, to be honest. Some stuff just vanishes overnight and it could be lost to time, but the thing is though, if you've got a vague memory of it, you might actually, someone else might know what it is by that description. I don't by that description, but it could have been a very vague memory you had of it, and it might not look like what you remember it to look like as well, because maybe you're half asleep or something and you don't remember it. Things like that happen. The brain sometimes, stuff gets put in your head in different ways than it actually is shown, so. I mean, I have a sort of a weird memory like that, but I can tell you what this thing is, but I remember when I was at school one day, I was ill at school one day and I just left BBC on, and back then they had, weirdly enough, they had programs designed for schools when you was at a school, which schools was meant to record, and I was up and I was waking up and there was this weird scene and there was a dragon fighting a skeleton bird wizard, and then he hit a lightning bolt and then the TV channel broke down. What I mean by breakdown is, I mean, like, you know those technical difficulties where they have a sign going, oh, our channel is not working properly, we're fixing it, and then so yeah, that happened in the middle of this weird fight scene. Now, I didn't know what this was to begin with, but then when I was in school, guess what showed up? We watched in class this program when they had this dragon fight a skeleton wizard. So I figured out what it was. It was an educational TV program as a scene of a dragon fighting a wizard. Yeah. That could be a fan game. Fan games are another weird thing that could be lost to all time. Who knows how many fan games will just vanish and just because no one played them or backed them up or... Well, look, in the early 90s, a lot of people were confused about a certain Sonic 3, Sonic 2, Sonic 2 picture book that got released in the UK. Why? Because it had screenshots of the beta Sonic 2 levels that was never in the final game. And since no magazines had any pictures of these screenshots or there was any ROMs of them at the time, people were wondering, why has this children's book got these pictures of these Sonic levels that don't exist in the final game in it? But it did, so it was a UK book. Oh, Sonic's weird like that because then there's that enemy in Sonic 1, that's a rabbit called Splats. Now, it's technically coded in the game, but not in the final game. What gets weird is, if you look at the UK comics, it appears in the backgrounds of some early issues, and by that time Sonic 2 was out, so what's it doing in there? The stranger is, in the UK, the company Tomy, who made the Sonic Boom figures eventually, all the current Sonic toys mostly, they release a toy of this rabbit. They release an actual figure of this bunny character who's not even in the actual game. Even weirder is that's under a line called Sonic and Knuckles. It's weird to think you can get a toy of a character which has never actually been officially in, as was at the time not in any official Sonic game, but you could. There's a cat in this game. Trust me, there's a cat in this game. It's a cat in a submarine. Look in the top corner. Look, the cat's in diver suits. There's lots of robots in it. The other game had more noticeable cats, but I don't remember it. It was a strange, a little puppy toy of sorts, and then it had buttons, hand legs and ears. An eye dog? That's not an eye dog, possibly. I know it's a toy, but I don't know. A Teska, an eye dog. I don't know by that description. It sounds pretty. Yeah, I don't know what that is by that description. Yeah, there's so much weird things that exist that most people don't know about, or there was one on the DS like that. There was actually an interactive dog toy you could get on the DS called Wappy Dog. It came with a DS game. I think Activision published it. It actually literally came with a plastic toy dog. I don't want to skip level, no. No, why would I skip level? Well, the game is called Aqua Kitty, so yeah, it does have cats in it. Yeah, very small sprites of cats, but they are in this game. Nah, I don't think I'm very good at this, am I? What happens if you press... I don't know what the difference between arcade mode is and... when... Should we ever go Infinite Espresso, see what Infinite Espresso actually is? Talking piano toys. I don't know by that description what that could be. I remember a cartoon called Sparky's Magic Piano where the toy had like this robotic voice. You can find it on YouTube. It's probably not what you're looking for. It's probably not what you're looking for, but I remember a cartoon called Sparky's Magic Piano, which is talking piano in it, which could play itself, and then it stops playing itself because it thinks the guy playing it because it's a troll, and then it ends. There's more to it than that, but yeah. does that refill it? So that be that. Yes, it does. You know what I should have, you know, if ever do another cat stream, you know what I should do? I should have a stream and it's just Busby and Socks the Cat game, shouldn't I? but weird 16-bit games with cats in them. that'd be a fun idea for a stream someday. Socks the Cat. I think you got the rock. Yeah, Socks the Cat. That weird. A game based off Bill Clinton's cat, which was never released. I just think about it. Somebody wanted to make a game based off the president's cat. I mean, why? I wonder why it never got released officially. Well, that would. See, that's what I mean by that description. I mean, someone's description of one thing could mean something to one thing. I mean, this is a literal description my younger brother once said about it. Remembers this movie, and this is what I remember. It was some guys getting sucked into a television by a satellite dish, and we thought it was the movie Stay Tuned. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Stay Tuned, but it has people getting sucked into a satellite dish and getting attacked by killer TV programs. Though actually it was an actual comedy. It has a scene like Tom and Jerry in it where they're animated like Tom and Jerry characters as well, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so what movie do you think he actually meant by this scene sucking in? He meant the movie Mac and Me. Because in the movie Mac and Me, there's a satellite. There's like a satellite program with subsea aliens up in it, like a vacuum cleaner. That's what he meant. So that's what I mean by vague descriptions and things. That's what he actually meant, but he didn't know the name of the film, and he insisted it was called Miami, and not Mac and Me. Mac and Me's a weird film, though, when you think about it. I didn't even know until the internet that it was actually something to do with McDonald's. So I thought it just had a McDonald's in it, because that's not that weird for a film. It just made me wonder, though, if McDonald's wanted to make their own film. It does make you wonder, though, if McDonald's wanted to make their own film, why didn't they just make a film about Ronald McDonald and their own proper characters instead of making this weird version of E.T.? Also, then there's an even weirder thing about Mac and Me. The Japanese version has a scene different than the other version because they actually changed the scene. Because originally a character gets shot near the end and Mac brings them to life, and they cut that out of the version. So for some reason that's left in the Japanese version. It could be anything. With that description, it could be literally anything. Just saying. Yeah, I think I had enough of this game anyway. Yeah, that was Aqua Kitty. Right. Next game. And this one involves cats as well, because of course it does. It's the cat streams. That's a stupid question, isn't it? This one I have to play with a mouse though. This one I've got to play with a mouse though. And you have to play it with a keyboard. You have to play with. I think you have to play this one with the. Can't play this one with the controller. I don't know. Is it working? Is the screen showing up? Right. Yeah, it is. It's just me being slow in it. Right. See, well, instead of game with a cat, well, that's definitely a cat, and it's a cat with a machine gun. I don't know the difference between car defense. Fog. No, we don't have much choice, do we, sir? Battle brews. Get ready. Do we have to play this with a mouse or not? I don't know. There's the game lagging. Yay! Spinny wheel!